many years. You look wonderful.
Katy, it's good to see you.
Oh, Congressman Morley, this is my cousin, Helga Holstrom, I've spoken to you about.
We've been looking forward to your visit. Well, why aren't you a little young to be the delegate for the Women's Rights Convention?
I'm president of the junior chapters for the entire state of Minnesota. And now I think I'd like to change my shirt.
Oh, here, let me help you.
Oh, thank you, but I'll carry them myself.
Well, a pretty girl like you shouldn't have to carry those two big suitcases.
I'd appreciate it if we could eliminate the male nonsense. I can manage very nicely by myself, thank you. Which way is my room?
Oh.
We would all like to thank Congressman Glenn Morley for a most inspiring address.
Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Madam Chairman, I don't think the distinguished congressman is aware of it, but there's not a single girl page in the Senate of the United States. The junior chapters asked that a girl be appointed to the vacancy which now exists for this most important post.
Congressman Morley, we're 100% behind this proposal. We want you to know that we want our own Helga Holstrom to be the first girl page in the United States Senate. Good girl!
I would like to help Helga very much. Why, she's my governess's cousin, but it's just not feasible.
We all heard you say you'd welcome a woman president.
And I would.
Then what's wrong with a girl page in the Senate?
For one thing, well, it's against all tradition.
Oh, my goodness.
For another, I'm a congressman, not a senator.
Congressman Morley, this is an important first step. We want you to champion our cause.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that I can't help you.
And of course she is.
Am I to be told I can't have it because I'm a girl?
Not by me. But, well, let's listen to a woman's opinion. A woman who has participated in politics practically every moment of her life. Let's hear what she has to say about it. My mother, Mrs. Morley.
I think it's disgraceful.
Mother.
Yeah, terrible. We have longings, aspirations, and ambitions of our own. I'd like to think that someday I could be a congressman, just like you. And being a page is how you learn.
Congressman Morley, these ladies want to be able to go home and tell the rest of Minnesota that the first girl page has been installed in the Senate of the United States.
And that first page girl is our own Helga Holstrom.
Yeah!
Katy, I am very annoyed about this morning. I have already spoken with Mother. Neither of you has to agree with me, but intruding yourself into that meeting was simply unforgivable.
I'm terribly sorry. We were carried away, and it will not happen again.
You do realize what an untenable position you placed me in?
Yeah, I do.
We will forget about it for now,
You
but...
will not forget about it. You were absolutely right.
Of course I was right. That job would be wasted on Helga.
Is this the same congressman I heard make a speech this morning about more women participating in national life, even going to the White House?
I was talking about some future date when society matured and conditions were more ideal.
Oh, yeah. But now, for a girl like Helga, it's a pie in the sky. Oh, fine defender of women's rights you are.
Well, now, don't carry on so. Helga will be better off elsewhere.
You see, you never take us seriously. We are still your fluffy little playthings. Did you ever read The Second Sex or Feminine Mystique? They tell about how men ignore women's abilities.
Oh, stop it, Katy, you belong at home, taking care of a man, bringing up babies. Admit it.
That's what men say. Why don't you ask women?
All right. Tell me the truth, Katy. Wouldn't you rather be a wife than president?
That's not the point. I'm arguing principle. Oh, sure, as far as you're concerned, we can work as long as we take care of the children, do the shopping, wash the dishes, iron your shirts, darn your socks.
My heart really bleeds for you. You women have 91% of the national paycheck.
71.
71, not counting alimony. You creatures have all the money, all the privileges, and now you want all the power, and for what? You open a can for dinner, dump the garbage down the disposal, stick the dishes in the dishwasher, and send the laundry out.
While you men play golf all morning and settle your affairs over martinis and 3-hour lunches and then come home and say what a hard day you've had.
Katy, I know that you don't really believe half the things you're saying.
Yeah, I do, and I want to know why you won't give Helga a chance.
Because she would last as a page about one day.
Why do you say a thing like that?
Because it's true. She's read too many books, and her hormones haven't caught up with her yet. That's what this is all about.
Oh, and boys don't have hormones.
It's not the same thing.
Oh.
This is just a phase. Oh, please, Katy, let's not start all over.
You will not help her? All right, then I will.
Oh? How do you plan to go about that?
I will call Senator Crawford.
Senator Crawford?
Yeah, Senator Crawford. He is responsible for such appointments.
Well, let me just tell you that that Swedish country girl charm of yours will go over like a lead balloon with Grumpy Crawford. He not only hates suffragettes, he is the most stubborn man on the hill. I'll guarantee he won't even see you.
Senator Crawford, I know you're a busy man, but if we could only sit down and discuss this.
Discuss? Girl, the only reason I agreed to meet you at all is because you work for Congressman Morley. He and I are in the fight for corn parity together.
If you would only give me a chance to explain.
Some other time, girl. Right now, the Crawford corn parity bill is teetering on the abyss.
Are you going to defend it now?
Yes.
Maybe you would have time if I rode along in the car with you.
Absolutely not. Thank you, operator.
I know it may not be important to you, but if we do not train our youth...
Please,
we'll
girl.
find-
Chester, I've been hunting you all over Washington. I'm shy 2 votes for passage. Are you with me or against me? You can't be. Chester, the dirt farmer needs you. If corn parity does not pass, I'm not making a speech. Let's fish or cut bait. Switch your vote. All political IOUs canceled. What do you mean you'll think it over? Yay or nay? Good.
Senator,
Operator, get me Executive 31686.
how can we talk if you won't get off the telephone?
Corn parity fails, I don't have to bother campaigning. I'll never be reelected.
It will not fail if you will only listen.
It is failing, girl. I need 1 more vote, and I can't find it. It'll be coming up on the floor in 2 hours.
I ask only 2 minutes, and I have a name. Katy Holstrom.
All right. I'll listen, Miss Holstrom. Get it over with.
Well, you see, I have a cousin who would like to become a page.
His name?
Well, that's the whole point. It's a she. Helga.
You're one of them? Hounding, badgering, phone calls, telegrams? Can't you people take no for an answer?
No.
Yes, Crawford here. Eleanor Williams. How good to hear your voice. Well, what can I do for our most distinguished lady senator? Your car's in the shop? Why, I'd be delighted to pick you up. Be right there, my dear. Eleanor, I don't believe you met this young lady.
Oh, I know, Miss Holstrom.
Ellie, my dear, I want you to think this over. Now, I know you don't come from a farm state, but you have always risen above sectional interests.
Well, thank you, Grumpy.
Senator Crawford,
Not now.
I think you should hear what the young lady has to say.
I only wanted to give you a resume of Helga's qualifications.
Helga Holstrom?
Yeah?
The League for Women's Rights spoke to me about her. She'd be a fine appointee.
You see? Why don't you give her a chance?
The Senate is the one male fortress left in this country, and I intend to keep it that way.
Male fortress? Well, aren't you forgetting about me?
Not at all. You're a welcome exception, my dear. That was quite a speech you made on Friday.
You were snoring.
Heard every word. Yes, I did. When will your harbor bill be reported out?
A little log rolling, Grumpy?
Never hurts. Quid pro quo. Harbor for corn parity.
No, that won't do it. I'm still on the fence about corn parity.
I'll support your foreign aid amendment.
Throw in a Senate page girl and you've got yourself a bargain.
Never. That's a matter of principle. It's not negotiable.
A dirt farmer never forgets, Grumpy.
Nothing personal, Eleanor. You're a gentle and a gracious woman. But I must say, this country would be better off if you spent your time making preserves and spoiling your grandchildren.
And I say the country needs more fine, courageous women like Eleanor Williams in every branch of our government.
Miss Holstrom, if you don't mind...
I don't understand you. What harm can one little 16-year-old page girl do?
That's telling the old fossil.
Old fossil, is it? I could teach both of you a thing or two. Keep your support. I know where I can get my vote. Operator, give me Lincoln, 72791.
Senator Boyden. Well, go right ahead. I think you'll find he won't want to make a commitment right now.
I'm afraid I can't make any commitment right now, Senator Crawford. No, I am sorry. I've got other problems.
Oh, all right. You've got me by the jugular vein. It's a deal. Corn parity for Helga Holstrom. Very convenient, your car being in the shop today. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you two are trying to pull off the neatest political trick of the year.
That is a neat uniform, Helga.
It's all right.
Aren't you even excited?
Not really. I view it merely as the first breach in their defenses.
Oh, I understand that you and Senator Williams are thinking of forming a new political party.
I'm not going to give them a chance to say I'm late. Ta, everyone. Good luck, Helga.
Goodbye, Helga.
How do her hormones seem to you today, Congressman?
Well, we'll see. She's not an official Senate page until after 1 month and a day, till she's finished their training program.
She'll be at the head of the class.
Fred, senators insist on neatness. You'll have to do better than that. Ralph, your shoes need polishing.
Yes, sir.
Don't let it happen again. Miss Holstrom, you've been with us 2 days, and this is the second time you've forgotten to fill the sandbox.
I did not forget. It's ludicrous.
I beg your pardon.
I said it is ludicrous. Old-fashioned, outdated, and ludicrous. Nobody uses sand to blot ink anymore.
It's been an unbroken Senate tradition for a century and a half to fill that sandbox. You will fill it today. Good, Fred. Very good. Fine, Ralph. Just fine. You were, not in front of the rostrum at the other pages, Miss Holstrom.
And I won't be.
You won't be.
The signal light and buzzer were invented some time ago. I don't see why we have to sit out there like so many pet poodles waiting for senators to snap their fingers at us.
The pages have always sat in front of the rostrum, Miss Holstrom.
Then it's time some changes were made.
Well, why don't you take it up with the majority leader, Miss Holstrom?
I just may do that, Mr. Sanford.
Come in. Oh, yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
Yeah, I was just passing here, and I thought I would drive Helga home. Is she here?
No.
Oh, has she left for the day?
I wouldn't know. I'm only the captain of the pages. Who are you, her sister?
Her cousin.
Oh, well, I'll tell her you were here, Miss
Oh, Holstrom. Thank you, Mr.
Sanford. I'll tell her you were here. She should be back soon. Last I heard, she was with the majority leader.
Majority Leader?
Nothing surprises me about her. Not anymore.
I see. You do not care for Helga?
Look, Miss Holstrom, Helga's an intelligent girl.
Oh, yeah.
And she could be, well, almost beautiful if she'd condescend to bother.
Yeah?
But being the biggest pain in the seat of the United States Senate since the First Continental Congress comes quite naturally to her.
Well, I'll tell her. Or better still, why don't you tell her yourself?
Look, I tried, but it's too tough to knock the chip off her shoulder. She's got the reforms of the whole world on that shoulder. No, thank you. I don't want to get involved.
No?
No. To me, she's just part of my job, and that's all.
Oh, well, anyone could see that.
Yeah.
Well,
Stubborn,
I'd like you to
impossible,
do me a
infuriating
favor.
female.
Would you drive
I'd like
her
to...
home, Miss...
Home? Me? Drive her home?
Yeah. As a favor to me.
Well, sure. As a favor to you.
You said you'd drive me home, and I accepted. What are we doing here?
Well, I just thought we'd take a drive.
Waste of time and gasoline. Mr. Sanford, to me an evening must have purpose. What is the purpose of this? If it's to discuss the incident at work, let's do so and stop dawdling.
Holy cow, lady, don't you know how to relax?
Is that the purpose of this evening?
Gee. It's, beautiful here. Are you cold?
No. Are you?
No.
Then why should I be? Mr. Sanford, I'm well aware of the fact that you're slowly edging closer and closer towards me. I assure you I'm not planning marriage till 40. And idle philandering doesn't interest me. Didn't interest me.
There she...
Oh. Good evening.
Hello, Jack.
Hello. Helga Holstrom, I had to wait for you this evening. As a man, especially a man who was against this whole idea, I couldn't leave without expressing my great admiration for your devotion to duty.
And your perseverance. It took the success of a young girl to open the eyes of two old male chauvinists.
My dear child, may I be the first one to lift my glass in a toast to the first girl page of the United States Senate.
No.
It is my privilege to...
No.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't want to be a page.
You don't want to what?
I'm in love.
Well,
Well, can't you be a Senate page and in love at the same time?
No.
Just a moment, young man.
When Helga and I are married, I want her at home.
What about all this talk of equality, young woman?
and your goal to have a woman for president.
Wouldn't work.
Oh, dear.
It would make her husband less important than she. And no real woman would want that. Are you mad at me, Katy?
Yeah, a little.
Try not to be. Someday when you found your own man, you'll understand why I had to do this. And you'll forgive me.
Katy, the farmer's daughter. You can't resist that gal.
This afternoon at 3 Eastern, it's 7 Days Ablaze on the 700 Club. And from the Oval Office of the White House, a CBN exclusive, as Pat Robertson interviews President Reagan. That's this afternoon at 3 Eastern as we conclude 7 Days Ablaze. Now stay with us for the Patty Duke Show, next on CBN.
She's just what we'd been needing. So glad the farmer's daughter came.